source, or is this coming from what's left in circulation? Army surplus again. McGoldrick must have been moving contraband through the club. Dozen packs to a carton. 100 cartons or more. Looks like a couple of months' supply. These look brand new. Never fired. They haven't been degreased yet. We could check on the serial numbers.
Is this guy hunting for bear? Look at these things.
They're BARs. You get the odd guy who sneaks one of them home from the war. How did he get 3 of them? Army surplus morphine, Army surplus weapons, Army surplus valors. Sound familiar?
We should get back to the station and check the details of what exactly was lifted from that ship.
Take a look around, Phelps. Looks like a straightforward execution to me.
Bad luck, Eddie. Okinawa couldn't kill you, but knowing the wrong people in this city. They didn't even try to crack the safe.
How well did you know the owner?
Goldrick? Well enough. He was in my unit.
That's some cruel irony. You survive the war, then get blown to pieces back home.
It happens more than you'd think. Young guys trying to adjust to normal life, getting mixed up in the wrong crowds.
The kid had just bought a nightclub. I'd say he got mixed up in the right crowds.
Until someone filled him full of holes.
You don't come into that kind of money that quickly without pissing a few people off.
Take a break, boys.
We would like them to stay, Miss Lickman. We're making inquiries into the recent deaths of 4 musicians.
Since when have the police cared about dead black men?
Good point. We don't. What we care about is 2 tons of Army surplus morphine showing up on the street. If you care about working in this town, you better give me something on Biddleston and Bowe, or their knucklehead buddies Tyree and Lamont.
And this is your idea of making inquiries, Untersturmführer?
I've told you. Times about speaking that German gibberish at me, Elsa.
Roy, how about you get a drink while I see to this?
Will you sit down?
Why antagonize him, Elsa? You know what he's capable of.
Ask your questions, head officer. We have work to do.
People are dying of overdoses. If you know anything about it, you need to tell me.
I can't help you.
A lot of cats are into the thing. There's nothing special about your boys.
You can do this the easy way with me, or I can call my partner back over. I can assure you he's a lot less sensitive.
You think your threats frighten me?
Black man don't supply nothing. You think there's a black man in this town holding on to 2 tons of morphine? He'd be dead in a minute. White man supplies, black man buys.
My partner mentioned a couple of names. You recognize them?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The only way you're going to get rid of me is to give me an answer.
I knew Cornell. We worked together a few years ago. He loved the music, but the music didn't love him.
What does that mean?
It means that he just wasn't that good. He was a sad, lonely cat.
Boys, take 5 minutes, please. I need to have a private word with you, officer. Why do you ask people to risk talking about the subject that could have them jailed?
Drugs are against the law, Elsa.
You're so full of courage, you have never felt ashamed.
This is getting us nowhere.
Do you think you'll win your war against narcotics?
It's not my war. It's against the law. My job is to prosecute the laws of this city.
Do you think you can stop people from needing drugs, Detective?
I'm asking the questions here.
Then why do you come to me with your stupid questions? You know who controls the drugs in this city.
It's not enough to just survive, Elsa. You have to try and make the world a better place.
Brave words, and very noble. But words are just words, poor fellows.
She's right. We need to pay a visit to the Mixter.
Cohen? Do you know where to find him?
This time of day, you'll find him holding court at the Macambo.
He can wait. There's something I need to be sure of. Give me till tomorrow morning.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do, partner.
How do we get that car?
Fox George is en route to 496 Broadway. Do you have another assignment here, Central?
Okay.
স্লো তো হ্যাঁ আমার তো রোববার দিনই মনে হয় যে শেষ শেষ সোমবার দিন কাজ দিলে তো পাগলের মতো লাগে আবার সামনে সপ্তাহে দিচ্ছে থার্সডে ওই যে মানডে কাজ করতে হবে প্রেসিডেন্টস ডে খালতে বোন নাচ বলছে
I would make a borrow car. Huh? See? Convention center, you don't need anything. You can go. Or go. You can go walk or you can go with me. I gotta go. I don't want to go. Why you need everywhere in the convent? You know the kidney, you know the bus, no? You can go with me too. I'm going Canada on a platform. आपको के साथ ये नहीं जो जब कोई आपकी ये जो मैं कभी नहीं करूँगा अमेरिका पढ़ना है कोई बेटे और
জুয়েল মা জিজ্ঞেস করতেছিল যে সপ্তাহে খালতো বোনকে দেখতে গেছিলাম যে না কখন গেলাম আমি তো যখন দেখি তখন আসে না সামনে ভাবি কি বলতে হবে তো যে আমার বোন আসতে আইছেন উনি তো মুখের চালায় এরকম বলে
ये जो डॉक्टर मस्कर भाई वो तो इसको देखा उसमें सेम एज में
এমনি দৌড়াদৌড়ি নিজের লাইফ
আমি এখানে পড়ালেখা করি I'm not born here you born here right here
ওই যে আমরা গেলাম যে সকালে তখন তো আসতেছিল তারপরে গেছে আর কি বিকালে
আচ্ছা চলো পরে বলো
ভালোই তো
ওরা খুবই ভালো লাগে না কি করবি আমরা যখন থাকবো না who's gonna take care of you ওরা বলে খারাপ লাগে
বৃষ্টি তো আজকে কয়েকদিন ধরেই তো দিয়ে বৃষ্টি যাচ্ছে
someday you're gonna realize it
নিয়ে গেছে ভালোই হয়েছে সামনে আবি কাজ করবে এদিকে ওনারা তো সবাই বোরিং হতো
বসে রাখতে চিন্তা করতে বিভিন্ন সময় সহ্য করে উঠবো গাড়ি বসে বললো কি
ফালতু মানে তাহলে চেহারা মিল আছে আপনার ইয়া মাও ভাইও তো তাহলে খালতো ভাই আরেক খালার মেয়ে আর কি না সকাল সকাল ঘুম থেকে উঠে ব্লাড টেস্টে গেছিলাম সকালে উঠে অনেকদিন ব্লাড টেস্ট করি না ডাক্তার থেকে আবার মেইল করে পাঠাইছে যে মাঝখানে আমার ইন্স্যুরেন্সের একটু সমস্যা ছিল না 3-4 মাস ফ্রি ছিল না তো ইন্স্যুরেন্স ছিল না তো বললাম না ইনকাম বেড়ে গেছে আমার না আমার জামাই কেটে দিছিল তো মাঝখানে আবার ডিসেম্বর থেকে চালু হইছে আবার ওই যে শীতকালের পেই থেকে আবার কি ইনকাম বেশি বলে পাইছিলাম ওই যে উপর চালাই আর করে সেটা করতে পারে না এখন ওই ঘরের এগুলো নিয়ে ব্যস্ত আছে আর কি খবর চলে আর কি ভাবি চলে যে কোনো ভাবেই যাওয়া যায় একদিন কাজ করলেও চলা যায় ইয়ে বলতেছে না আজ বলতেছে তো চলে পয়সার পিছনে ঘুরলেও ওই টাকা লাগে আবার 2 দিন কাজ করলেও চলতেছে আর কি করবো আমার তো ওই গাড়ির পেমেন্ট বন্ধ হয়েছে ওদিকে রক্ষা ইন্স্যুরেন্সে তো তাও কমাইছে খরচের কথা আর বললেন না খরচের কথা আর বললেন না খরচ তো খরচ মাসুদ ভাই বাসায় আজকে বাংলাদেশের পয়লা ফাগুন সব খালি মেসেজ আসতেছে মেসেঞ্জারে মেসেঞ্জারে খালি মেসেজ হ্যাঁ ভ্যালেন্টাইন ডে তো বুধবারে চলেন আমরা সবাই মিলে সকালে নাস্তা করি কোথাও মেয়েরা সকালবেলা ইংলিশ ব্রিকে নাকি একটা নাস্তার প্লেস আছে ওই শপরাইটের পাশে একটা নাস্তা খাওয়ার নাকি কি জানি না হ্যাঁ আপনি দেখেন আপনি যদি কোথাও দেখেন ভালো আমার বলেন কালকে সময় আছে পুরাতে আপনার ওইখানে ডাইনারও তো আছে আপনার ওখানে এরিস কোথায় আচ্ছা দেখেন কালে বলেন কালকে বলতে চান মেয়েরা ভ্যালেন্টাইন করি হ্যাঁ ওই যে আমরা কয়জন ক্লোজরা আর কি ওদেরকে মেক্সিকোও যাইতে চাইছিলাম ওই যে ট্যান্সে মনে হয় ওয়ান ডে সেল ছিল যাইতে পারি নাই তো যাইতে চাই না আর আমার ওখানে আমি শনিবারে যাই নাই আপনার ভাই বলে যে তোমার ওই দিন আমার খুব শরীর খারাপ লাগতেছিল যাইও না আমি গিয়ে খাওয়াই আসি কালকে আপনার ভাইকে বলছি তুমি ড্রাইভ করলে আমি যাব সেই ড্রাইভ করছে আমি গেছি আজকে তো পিকনিক আজকে তো বন্ধই খাওয়া দাওয়া নিয়ে নাই আজকে খাওয়া নিতে মনা করছে এত উইক ব্লাড টেস্ট দিয়ে দেখি কি অবস্থা আসলে আমার উইক লাগতেছে খুব
What is this? What is this? You take this. What is this? Chicken?
আপনি মনে হয় অনেক অ্যাক্টিভ আমি তো অ্যাক্টিভ আগে কি অ্যাক্টিভ ছিলাম এখন তো কিছুই না এখন তো ওই পাইও কাম করতে পারি না কাজ কাজে হাঁপাই এখন
আগে থেকে বলে দিস
তুমি একটা দিয়ে আসলে হাঁপাই
তোর হেড নিস বা তুই থ্রো
আগে আমার সঙ্গে পারবে না আগে কেউ পাঠ ছেলেরাও কাজ দৌড়াই পারতো না
throw away do something same thing just eat it
কালকেও মেসেজ প্রায় মেসেজ দেয় খালামা খালু কেমন আছে জানা
throwing I saw
না না নিপার সঙ্গে আমার আছে আর কি ফেসবুকে আর একটা ট্যাক্স করে দেয় সবাই ট্যাক্স করে খালামা খালু কেমন আছে ও কালকেও করছে আমি উত্তর দিয়ে দিয়েছি আমাকে একদিন সময় করে আম্মাকে কথা বলা কি করবো আপনারা কি ফ্লাই করবেন না ওখানে কি গাড়ি রাইড করবেন আর কি না ওইটাই ভালো নিজেদের মতো নিজেরা
What's suffering? I want to talk about
Move in. At risk losing the trail.
11 tail 49, you receive 11 tail 49.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
LAPD, we're looking for Mayor Cohen. I believe he has lunch here.
There's not going to be any trouble, is there?
Which table?
Number 3, if you'll follow me.
LAPD, we have some questions regarding...
Mickey. How's it hanging?
Fine. Just fine, Roy. I see you brought Eagle Beaver along. Hope he's not going to put the shakes on me again.
Cole Phelps, Mickey Cohen.
Good afternoon.
He has manners. Aren't you a little green for this kid?
Meet Johnny Stompanato, Cole. He has the biggest schlong in Hollywood and the smallest gun. Or maybe that's the other way around. I can never quite remember.
You're a funny guy, Roy. Haven't I always said what a funny guy Roy is? and how much fun it would be to get together with him sometime.
Poor Johnny. He's the dark, sensitive type. He's a serviceman too, Cole. Johnny was at Okinawa.
You were in the crotch?
6th Marines.
The lieutenant who won the Silver Star up on Sugarloaf. I've heard of you.
Something like that.
All right, have we finished flirting? You got something to discuss, Roy? Or are you going to stand around beating the meat while my lunch gets cold?
We have some questions.
Do I need my lawyer?
Your brother-in-law, Lenny Finkelstein, was selling stolen morphine. He had 1/3 of the shipment.
Old news, kid. I don't know anything about what Lenny was up to.
So I'm supposed to believe that you don't know what happened to the rest of the shipment?
Lenny, God rest his soul, was a moron. He was family, though, and I haven't made a beef about that, so count yourself lucky, kid. The H is a filthy habit, and I don't condone it. The simple solution would be to have all the dope fiends put down.
So you don't know where he got the morphine?
Kid, ask a question you might get an answer to.
We believe there's a link between a group of Marines and the morphine stolen from the SS Coolidge. One of those Marines was shot to death in a club last night.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
I think you're lying. I think the 111 Club was your men. I think you're trying to send a message.
I'll send you a message, kid. You better have some proof that that was one of mine, or else you better have health insurance, huh? All of the scratching around in that little book is cute, kid. Run along now, huh?
A few Negroes saying goodbye on the sidewalk will never make the papers, Mickey. But we had a judge in Pasadena say adios the other day. Prominent white people popping their clogs makes everyone nervous.
You know dope has never been my thing, Roy. It's always been for schmendricks like Jack D and Jimmy Utley. But I'll ask around and I'll get back to you. Hey, you boys want some lunch? How about a drink?
We'll take a rain check on that. Come on, Cole, we're leaving.
We have to cut that dope. It looks bad with people dying.
We have to get the rest of it. There's no way of watering down the stuff in those little packages. We have to put the squeeze on those guys and get the rest of it.
They don't seem the type to frighten that easy.
We'll see.
What's going on?
That fucking rat Stoker has gone public about Brenda.
Who is Brenda?
Brenda is LA's most famous madam.
And everyone knows it?
Of course everyone knows. Brenda pays her way.
Are we cops or a collection agency?
Whores have been around since the Bible. Our job is to keep it off the street so Joe Citizen and his wife can stroll around unmolested.
Then we should change the law.
Are you out of your mind? Every politician in America is against prostitution, except when they're using them.
So where does Stoker come in?
He objects to the LAPD and the administration taking its cut.
Is everyone in on this?
Yeah, and that's the problem. From a little acorn does a large tree grow. You could bring the whole thing crashing down on us.
Aren't you supposed to be working the...
Sir, do you know which robbery detectives are working the Army surplus theft from the Coolidge?
Caldwell and McManus? I saw Caldwell in the squad room not long ago if you want to speak to him.
Thank you, sir. We'll do that.
This way.
I want to stop him with one round. That bum took a swipe at me. I put him down.
Harry, you got a minute?
Sure, Cole, anytime.
You've been working the docks robbery on the SS Coolidge?
Yeah, that's right.
So how do you see it?
Inside job. Either the guys working the wharves or some of the guys on the ship.
What else was taken apart from the morphine?
Case of BARs, case of Thompsons, crate of Valor smokes.
Homicide just recovered 3 BARs and a mountain of cigarettes at a shooting at the 111 Club.
No kidding. I better get over there.
Do you have a copy of the manifest?
Yeah. Here it is.
So, how do we connect the docks robbery to the mess at the 111 Club?
Half a million cigarettes loose on the streets of L.A. Enough to arm 3 companies.
Parker or Green? I don't know who'd be worse.
This is the crate we recovered. Here's our backroom arsenal from the 111 Club. Some of these guys are from my old unit. They must have finally shipped home. Kelso, Sheldon. But Goldrick.
McGoldrick was on the boat?
Sure, we checked him out.
Goldrick bought the 111 Club, Harry. His brains are all over the bar.
Looks like whoever stole the dope is getting muscled.
By whom?
Dragner or Cohen. They control the hop.
Detectives, KGPL's going crazy. Shots fired at 1384 North Bronson. Some guy with an automatic spraying a Hollywood bus. They want every car. Go!
You'll never stick, and you'll get roasted.
Well, this day was a
Guy
total
gave his
waste
wife a
of
tap.
that universal chorus line.
All units, Unit 19, Adam, meet the officer at 5920 Fountain Avenue.
Can't make
Find
the
a way up
shot.
there and stop that son of a bitch, Cole.
All units, officer down at 1384 North Bronson. Ambulances en route. Repeating, all units, officers still need help on Bronson. Approach with extreme caution. You're clear, go!
Move, I gotcha.
Shit, it really hurts.
All units, officer down at 1384 North Bronson. Ambulances en route. Repeating, all
You're
units,
covered, Phelps.
officers still need help on Bronson. Approach with extreme caution.
Shooter has a machine gun. He's emptied 2 clips into the bus. As near as... Move, I gotcha. Give me this. Let's go. As near as we can make out, he's on the roof of one of those buildings.
LAPD, drop the gun now! LA...